it up when your own director producer. Okay. Hey there, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Just Kadzai, where we talk about all things life. So come along for the ride. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. The age I'm turning is sounding very serious. Like, I don't want to lie to you guys. I'm back. I'm back. Like, this is just crazy to me. I didn't think I was going to be sitting and filming, but here I am, sitting in front of you, talking to you. Sorry, guys, this chair rotates. So just give me like a minute to fix myself. I've been like practicing and I'm out of tune a bit, so you will have to forgive me. But I just thought about like coming back and talking to you guys. So I'm releasing this on my birthday and I'm feeling a bit sentimental, just reflecting on life, on where I am. And I know there are younger people in their 20s and there are people who are my age probably thinking about life, reflecting. I think also coming into the new year, it is a season of reflections, thinking about where you are in life, what are you doing, what lessons have you learned. It can either be really depressing or really exciting. So I'm here to give you the tea of what I've learned in my early and mid 20s. So let's get into it. We are freestyling this video. It's been a while since I filmed. Like, I actually had to dig out all my little equipment. Not that it's much, but like I had to dig things out. And hey, man, here we are. Don't mind whatever you see in the background. I've got chickens, so you may see a chicken or two. I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned, or maybe the first lesson to start out with, is just don't compare yourself to anyone. Own race, own pace. Let me tell you, don't compare yourself. People go through their own journeys. I know in uni, some people are finishing their degrees, some people were starting their degrees, some people weren't even in school, still trying to figure out what they're trying to do. They were working. Everyone has different experiences and different journeys. And I think if you stick to what you know and just remind yourself, you know your goals that you've set for yourself, you know what you're trying to achieve ultimately, stick to it, you should be fine. I think one of the biggest mistakes, okay, not the biggest mistake, but one of the mistakes I made was putting a lot of pressure on myself and then going on LinkedIn. You go on LinkedIn, and if you're like me and you studied outside of Zimbabwe, and you know people in the country that they study and they tend to get jobs more easily because they're locals, whereas for most Zimbabweans you gotta like hustle your way through, you gotta hustle, you know. So a lot of my peers were starting jobs and you know they're doing a lot of things. You see they've done this and that, and then now as I've worked, I'm seeing people are getting promoted to like senior manager positions or senior analyst positions, and then there's me and I'm feeling like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why am I shouldn't be here, I should be at the same level. But I look at my journey that I took, and I made certain decisions to get to where I needed to be, and I knew what I was trying to achieve, and I'm happy with it. When I stopped looking at what other people were doing and where my peers were, it relaxed me a bit. I'm like, you know what? I know my story. I know where I'm going. I know what my story is going to say and what I'm going to do. So please don't compare yourself. It's so easy to fall into that trap of, oh, but Ningi is doing this and Ningi's already bought a car. Let me tell you, don't worry, your time will come. If you're in school, finish school. If you're on the lookout for jobs, push, send out those CVs, connect with people on LinkedIn, connect with people in person. You never know who you might meet or who you might talk to who can connect you to someone else. Like, talk to people. Honestly, I think when I first moved back to Zim, people would tell me, oh no, you're gonna spend 6 months at home, you don't relax, 8 months, it'll be hard for you to get a job. I'm not gonna lie, I moved back home and then I'd been working and studying non-stop since first year for about 6 years. And then I remember I took the month of January off, and then February I started actively looking for jobs and doing interviews, and by March I had started a job. And then everyone knows, if you watch my previous videos, you kind of know what happened with that. But yeah, um but everyone's story is different. Just because someone tells you their story, you can take the good bits and learn from maybe their mistakes, but you don't have to take everything. Okay, number 2, I don't even know how long this list is going to be, guys. I'm honestly just freestyling. I normally film when I've got like a lot on my mind and I want to just share my thoughts and have fun with it. So I hope anyone who's new here, I think you'll kind of get to know me and know that, like, hey man, it's just vibes over here. We just going with the flow. Okay, next thing that I found, like, since reaching the age that I'm reaching, um, y'all, people are getting married. That thing of yeah, like it's real. At the same time, musajipe pressure, guys, musajipe pressure. Like, please, 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 don't like. I'm so happy for the loved ones around me who've gotten happy. It's the most amazing thing. Love is a beautiful thing. I believe in love. I believe in relation. I believe in marriage. I love, 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 love. But it's just so crazy because you're like, bro, weren't we just turning up like 2 years ago? Like, when did y'all decide to get married? Like, what? Like, are we still gonna turn up? Like, and I don't know if you've seen like these memes about the new generation of parents, the new generation of couples. Like, it's exciting. Um, but especially for girls and especially in Zim, I realized the pressure or rather the incentive to get married is more like you have more people asking you, so do you have a man? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have this? When are you going to get married? And I always look and I'm like, you guys are the ones who act like I'm the one I must propose. I'm the one who proposes. Go find me somebody to propose because at this point, I don't know what you all want me to do. Okay, all jokes aside, honestly, in your 20s, when people say date and explore and have fun, do it at your own risk. Do it at your own risk. Um, I will say don't put pressure on yourself. Get to know people genuinely because I feel when you get to have conversations with people, you get to understand what you like and what you don't like. Actually, talking to people, get to know what you like and what works for you. What can you compromise on? What are your deal breakers? Get to understand that because when you're in the context of a relationship, if you're not getting those things, it's easier to walk away before you waste anyone's time, you know? You kind of have a better opinion of like, okay, you know what, this isn't really gonna, I can see this is not gonna work out. If you're dating to have fun, make it clear. I think a lot of people don't want to be open and honest about their intentions. But hey, man, like, have fun in your 20s. Like, date, explore, see what's out there, get to know someone. If you find your person, hold on to them because there is nothing in the streets. Trust me. I think from my experience, as I've grown, oh, the sun is coming out. In my experience, as I've grown and have dated in my adult life, my 20s, I really did find that I got to explore what I like and what I don't like. And when something wasn't serving me, I left. Even though it's not always easy, but there's certain things that you can see that, you know what, this isn't going to work out, or this person isn't going to put in that effort, might as well walk away. That's another thing. If someone isn't going to put in effort in you, bye. Because trust me, they're not going to change. They're very unlikely going to change. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And moving on to that topic, friends. Friends. When people show you who they are, believe them. From the first jump, believe them. Um, Friends may come and go, and it's okay. I think as I've grown, I've realized, you know what, there are people who were there for me in a certain season. Like, I had uni friends and they were the best support system and they were the right people for me at that time and point in my life. And I appreciate each and every single person that was there for me. But sometimes you grow apart, sometimes things happen and you no longer click. Sometimes your values change and friendships fizzle and end, and it's also okay. I think it's important at the end of the day, as you grow older, it's really important to find out who's there for you. I'll say this now: your turn up friends are not your friends like that. The people you go out with, you meet in the club and you going out every weekend, you're buying, you're chilling, those are not your friends. Those are the people you go out with. And maybe you have one or two friends in those circles, but realistically, if you got into an accident today or your close relative of yours passed away, who's going to show up for you? The people who actively show up and actively get to know you as a person, those are your friends. And sometimes you may end up with one or two friends, and that's okay. I think everyone's story is different and how you relate to people changes. There's some people who have big friendship groups and that works for them, and there's some people who are fine with having one or two friends. I think it's just important to make sure you find who's for you and who you are for as well. People you also put in effort for, um, and how you guys can support each other because this life thing, hey, it's hard to do it alone. It's really really hard to do it alone. And something I've also learned is differentiating the types of friends that I have. And that's okay because sometimes we think like each friend has to be everything, but that's not always the case. You can have a friend that you know, like if you say, "Hey friend, let's go out for coffee." That's your go-to person. You know that if you say let's go for coffee, they're always down to do something. Then there's some people who are like, nah, I actually don't want to do anything, but like let's talk for 3 4 hours on the phone and chill, let's watch a movie. So knowing the kind of people you have in your life and the different roles they play is quite important. And you'll figure that out as you go along. And it's okay to lose friends. Um, it's really okay to lose friends or distance yourself from people. Sometimes I think we take things a bit too personal and you're like, oh, this person did. No, when you reflect and you look at the people around you, you may find that, oh, maybe our values no longer align or our focus, we're no longer aligning in terms of what we prioritize in life. Like, for example, you may be in a situation where someone is like, let's party, let's go, go, go. And you're more like, I need to stay at home and save, save, save. And you may clash on those things because someone may feel neglected, like, hey, why don't you never want to hang out with me? And you're coming from the perspective of like, look, I love you and I want to hang out, but I just need to, I'm on my, what is it? I'm on my Zoom. I'm like on my business, you know? So just understanding that. I think something else I've been thinking about lately is staying fit and healthy. When they say, guys, your bones start creaking, your knees start aching, that hangover no longer takes a few hours. You're hungover for 2 days. It's real. It's so real. I always think like, how did I do this when I was 18? Where did I get all this energy from? But yeah, no, guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of your health. I am actively trying to do that, like just working out and also not putting pressure on myself. Like before, I used to think I must work out 5 times a week. I have to do at least 1 hour and da-da. Whereas now I'm like, you know what? As long as I do my 3 workouts, 20, 30 minutes, I'm good. I'm happy. I need to work on what I eat, but that's another hurdle for another hurdle to jump over. But honestly, take care of yourselves, take care of your body, learn what your body needs, what it wants. Especially ladies, you know, we got the hormones be hormoning sometimes, like the mood swings be swinging. And if you're one of those people who don't go through that, embrace it, embrace it. But get to know yourself, get to know your body, get to know what works for you. If you find, you know, you've got really bad cramps and periods and whatever, go see that doctor. Like, fight for yourself, fight for your body, for you to feel normal. If you are not feeling okay, talk to someone about it, and ask all the questions. Because I mean, get your money's worth. If the GP is not giving you the answers, be like, okay, can you refer me to someone who can, who's affordable? You are allowed to ask those questions. So please, 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 take care of yourself, get the answers you need. I think that was something I also found, that I've got like quite a few friends who have gone through cysts and fibroids and blood pressure and stress, and it's like, whoa, we're just babies. These sound like scary, like real big adults issues, but it's real. People can get sick and people are experiencing different things. And I found like how I've always asked myself, how best can I support a person who's going through something like that, or who's going through um their health is, you know, is compromised. So yeah. When I look back at the way I was when I was 21 and 22 and 23 and 24 and 25, 26, 27, when I look back at where I was in those stages of life, I remember when I turned 20, that was probably, I think 20 and 20, when was COVID? 4 years ago, that's crazy. When I was 20 and 23, those were probably the hardest years of my life. Um, Emotionally, mentally, But one thing I did do is invest in my mental health. So I went to see the psychologists, I went to see the therapists, I went for counseling. I did all of that because life was lifing. And in doing so, I got to know and understand myself better and became more aware of my needs and why I respond to certain behaviors, how I behave, why I act a certain way. And there was a time I was a bad friend and I was just going through it and just wasn't good. And I had to take a step back from a lot of people and just be like, you know, Kudzi, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Let's figure out what's really going on. Why you're acting the way you act. Why do you act like that? What do you mean? The way you act, sorry. If you guys know like TikTok memes, but like I had to step and be like, why do you behave the way you behave? Why are you doing what you're doing? And I went through that journey of understanding myself. And I think knowing yourself and understanding yourself it's freeing because you can put a reason to your behaviors and you can work on it. The difficulty is when you don't know like certain things and you just act like you may be an angry person, you don't know why you're angry. So if you ever have time or money or the means to, especially if you're still in university, make use of those resources. I know it can be frustrating if they get full and whatever. I remember I waited 3 weeks for my first appointment, but I waited because I was like, cha, this is not cute. I got my mentals together consistently in therapy. But yeah, it's a really good investment into yourself just to get to know yourself and understand yourself. If you do have the time and capacity to do it, um, have fun. I found I always tried to live a certain way or behave a certain way to kind of please those around me, like family and. But I'm entering a phase, an era where I'm like, I know what I like and I want to do things I like. I want to do things I enjoy. I want to live life. I want to go out to that party. I want to go out to that festival. I want to go out to that paint and sip. I want to I want to do all the activities. Like I'm ready. God willing, funds allow. I want to go out and have adventures, make memories, travel, you know, because I always ask myself, when I always say to myself, when am I ever gonna be this young again? When am I gonna be able to move the way I move, dance the way I dance? Because when your parents will be saying, hey, my knees, my back, guys, it's real, it's coming. And right now I ain't got no kids. So I wanna live life and hopefully meet some cool people along the way and have some fun. I love people. If anyone who knows me knows I love talking to people. I think people are very fascinating and interesting, and you can learn so much just even through a minute conversation. So I hope to meet a lot more people. It seems like I'm staying in Zim. I've been here for a while, longer than I ever expected. And so that's another thing. Sometimes life doesn't go the way you planned, like the way you thought life was gonna go. And that's okay. I think I want to find my community here and then build somewhat or some kind of community besides my family, and get to know more people, and just not to be afraid to put myself out there. Um, it's been an interesting couple of years. I'm entering into my late 20s. I'm excited because I hope everyone's like, you start to earn a bit more money. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm also excited for all the adventures I'm going to experience. Like I said, quite a few of my close friends have gotten married. So I'm like waiting for their babies. I'm in my auntie era. Apparently, like my ladies, my cousins come to me and expect me to take them out. They think I have money. And I'm like, bro, I also am looking for money to go out. But yeah, I'm in my auntie era apparently. And I'm ready to embrace that fully. I'm ready to experience relationships in a new way. I think, thank God, I've gotten to a point where I know what I want, what I'm looking for. Um, Kind of that openness to say it's okay. Like things didn't work out, but I'm at a point where I'm like, I know exactly what I want, and I can't wait to experience love in its purest form and just embrace that, and not waste anybody's time. Can't wait to make memories and have fun. Yeah. So this was just a little video, like one or two things I've learned in my 20s. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm definitely a little rough. This was a bit nerve-wracking for me to do, to just like sit and film, because it's been a while and I don't always know what to say, man. Like, I ain't even prepared. I was like, let me just put my stand up, take my camera out, and film and talk to you guys. And I've done it, so I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna look back at this video and be like, what the hell were you thinking? But yeah, anyway, if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe and share. Drop a comment of some of your reflections that you've had as you've looked back over your life in your 20s, or as you've looked back coming into the new year. Because like I said, this is the season where we're setting goals, we're setting resolutions, we are doing different things. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you when I see you. If I drop another video, if I do, we don't see. Bye.